My name is Sheena with the Way of Namaste, and today I wanted to come on and share just a little bit about Imbolc, this time that we're in now, that's usually celebrated around February 1st to the 2nd, and then share a little attunement to just align us into a creative place. If it feels in alignment, I invite you to soften your gaze or close down your eyes and just begin to bring some awareness inward towards your breath. Taking a deep breath in, and as you exhale, feeling yourself sinking into the earth below you, the chair that supports you. Just feeling any tension dissolving, landing deeper into this eternal now. Imbolc is a Celtic festival that marks the midpoint between winter and spring, a time of awakening, purification, and new beginnings. Celebrated around this time of year, February 1st through the 2nd, it signals the first stirrings of life beneath the frozen earth. The word Imbolc is thought to mean in the belly, referring to the pregnancy of ewes and the fertile promise of the land. It's a time of cleansing the old, honoring the returning light, and tending the sacred flame within. Traditionally, people would light candles, invoke blessings for fertility and inspiration, and begin preparing for the growth and rebirth to come with the arrival of spring. Brigid is the Celtic goddess of inspiration, poetry, healing, fertility, and smithcraft. She is a triple goddess, a maiden, mother, and crone, yet also a keeper of fire and sacred wells. Her flame represents divine inspiration and transformation, while her wells are portals of healing, wisdom, and deep knowing. Later, Brigid was Christianized as Saint Brigid, and her traditions merged with those of Imbolc, keeping her legacy alive. The sacred flame of Brigid was tended by priestesses in Kildare, Ireland, for centuries, symbolizing her eternal presence as a midwife of creativity, birth, and renewal. Some ways that we can honor Brigid and this Imbolc season is simply by lighting a candle to honor Brigid's fire and the returning of light. Another invitation is to offer milk, honey, or spring water at an altar as a sign of renewal. Another way to celebrate Imbolc is to write, create, or sing, knowing that Brigid is the muse of poets and artists. Invitation to bless your home and body with water to clear stagnant energy and to set the intentions for what you are ready to birth this year. Imbolc is a threshold moment, 1 foot in winter, 1 in spring. It's a time for us to listen deeply, attuning to the whispers of inspiration and preparing for the life that's beginning to stir. May Brigid's fire ignite your creativity, and may the wells of wisdom flow freely through you tonight. As we come into this attunement for Imbolc, while also honoring the cosmic energies of Gene Key 19 and the archetypal wisdom of Brigid, I invited us again to become aware of our breath. Taking another deep breath here. Again, just feeling supported by the earth below you. Softening your gaze or closing down your eyes and just taking a deep breath in, feeling yourself settling into this moment. And as you exhale, I invite you to imagine the weight of the past and the future just dissolving, leaving only the eternal now. Tonight we gather at the turning of the wheel, where winter's grasp begins to soften, and the earth stirs with the first whispers of new life. Imbolc is the promise of what's coming, the light returning, the seeds awakening beneath the soil, the quiet hum of creation beginning to rise. We call upon the wisdom of Brigid, the goddess of inspiration, poetry, and midwifery. She who holds the sacred fire of creativity and the deep well of wisdom. May she bless this space as we open to the mystery of creation within us. We also attune to Gene Key 19, a path of deep transformation. From codependency, where we seek connection outside of ourselves, to sensitivity, where we awaken to the unseen threads that weave us together, and ultimately to sacrifice, the great surrender of self into something greater, where we dissolve into the divine, into love, into the eternal now. Tonight, as we enter our creative space, we invite this wisdom to guide us. Taking another deep breath here and out. Feel, sense, or perceive yourself now held by the energy of this moment. I invite you to imagine yourself standing at the threshold of an ancient temple, Brigid's temple, where a sacred flame burns at the center. This flame represents your creative spark, your devotion, your offering to the world. Invitation to place your hand on your heart and tune in as we ask that creative spark the following questions. Where in your creative path have you sought external validation, codependency in art, or needing approval to feel worthy? Let's take a deep breath in as we listen. How can you cultivate deeper sensitivity, listening to the whispers of your soul rather than the noise of the world? What might you sacrifice tonight, not in suffering but in devotion, to fully offer yourself to your craft? And what would it feel like to be in full communion with your work, to create as an act of love, of prayer, of belonging? I invite you to allow these questions to move through you. Let them settle where they need to. You do not need an immediate answer, only a willingness to be with what arises. Breath here. When you feel ready, I invite you to bring your awareness back to this space, carrying this energy with you. As you create tonight, I invite you to let it be an act of holy communion. Let your art, your writing, your movement, whatever you choose to authentically express yourself, be a bridge between seen and unseen worlds. Trust that what moves through you is sacred. Trust that you are a part of something greater. And trust that your sensitivity is your gift. May Brigid's fire burn away all that is not yours to carry, and may your sensitivity become your strength. May you step fully into communion with your craft, your heart, and with the divine. Amen. Aho. And so it is. I invite you to bring some awareness back into this moment. Before you jump back into the rest of your day, you may like to light a candle, burn some sage or incense. Just take some time to create, to write, to reflect, to see what comes through you at this fertile time of contemplation, of introspection. We just had the Aquarius new moon. We just had the lunar new year welcoming in the wood snake. And now here we are approaching this Imbolc season. So much fertility, so much energy. We also have the rainbow bridge of planetary alignment. And so may we just trust in our intuition to guide us creatively as we celebrate this fertile time with intention. Taking that quantum leap into our most enchanted timeline that we call in for ourselves, for each other, for every living thing. May we make these evolutionary jumps with ease, with peace and delight, and most importantly with choice, with sovereignty. May all beings be safe.